Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for your interest in my Slow Flow series. This is the first out of 4 classes that I'm excited to bring to you. It's just the regular old Vinyasa style flow, but really slowed down and accessible. So I hope you enjoy. This first one is about side stretches, and the playlist is called Slow Flow 1 Side Stretches. So if you're using that playlist, you can find it on my Spotify. It's Yoga Music Mama, all one word, and you can start it right away. We're going to begin on our backs today. So come on down and just like find Shavasana. Straighten your legs, lower your arms. Shift in any way to make yourself feel like you've got some space. And you do. You're at home. You've got more space than you do in a crowded yoga studio, that's for sure. So give yourself some space to open up. Notice how lying on your back here, gravity is able to kind of press down on you, opening the frontal hips, frontal shoulders, even the ankles. So see if you could just take a minute here on your back to appreciate that. We'll begin to call upon the Ujjayi Pranayama in and out through your nose, toning the muscles in the back of the throat so that you could hear your breath. It sort of resembles the sound of white noise. We'll start to wiggle the fingers and toes. Let's stretch your arms up and over your head. Take a big morning stretch. And then hugging your knees into your chest. We'll just rock a little bit from side to side. Moving your hands to the backs of your knees. Let's make our way up to a seated position. Good. From your seat, we'll shift directly into tabletop pose on the hands and the knees. And we'll begin to link breath and movement together. So as you inhale, curl your chest open, find cow pose. And as you exhale, push through your palms, navel to spine. We'll round the back. Inhale here, lifting your chest. Exhale as you push down and get round. Let's do this a few more times on your own, as long as you remember that the inhales are the back bends and the exhales are the round backs. You are going to do great. You might even stray a little bit from the regular cat-cow and add some hip circles. But after you've taken that third round, let's meet back up in just a neutral tabletop position. Well, we'll send the legs back one at a time, making our way into plank pose. Shoulders on top of the wrists here. Pull your tailbone down a little bit, but spin your inner upper thighs up and back towards the ceiling. Strong, powerful hands, arms really straight. Stay with your breath. If there's any pressure at all in your lower back, drop your knees. So it's not quite a plank, but it's not quite a tabletop. One more inhale. Exhale, elbows bend back. Let's just lower, come all the way down to your bellies. And once you get there, point your toes, crawl up onto your forearms, and we'll make our way into Sphinx Pose. Take a moment here, close your eyes, and just feel that great big opening as you press your elbows back towards your ribs, widen your chest. With your next exhale, slowly bring your right ear to your right shoulder. You could stay here or turn your left eyeball kind of down and to the right so that you're looking at your inner right elbow with both eyes. And carefully lift your head through center. Dropping your left ear gently to your left shoulder. Seeing if you can turn your chin down into the left. Good, we'll take the head up again, breathe it in here. And then as you exhale, chin to the chest. So this is the last thing we'll do in this Sphinx pose. I just don't want to miss it because I think it feels great, just lengthening out the back of your neck. You can nod your head gently if you like, or just let it hang there. Slowly gaze back through center, lower your chest to the ground, and we'll make our way up into tabletop. Pull the toes under, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. And in this first down dog, let's place the feet just a little bit wider than the hips. And with your left hand, grab the outside of your left mat, and with your right hand, grab the right side of your mat. And then again, just let your head fall between your shoulders. So it feels a little different. Arms are a little wider than usual, and we're holding on to something. Now imagine as if you were going to rip your mat apart. Rip, rip, pull apart and forward. And now your shoulders should be set to that Goldilocks just right status. You can place your hands back to where they were. Let's take a breath in and rise to the tips of the toes. Take a breath out, bend your knees, hips back. Inhale onto the toes, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, bent knee down dog. One more time, take your inhale forward, it's a plank. Exhale, bent knee down dog. Now from here, just gaze between the thumbs, step or walk your feet forward. We'll come up halfway and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bending your knees, let's roll it up. Really, really slow, one vertebrae at a time. Head's going to be the last thing to lift. And then once it does, circle your shoulders back, lift your chest, let your head fall. Good. Then carefully bring your chin to your chest. Feel your shoulders get round again. We're rolling down just as slowly as we rolled up. Once you get to the bottom, take it up halfway, flat, straight back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Bending your knees, just enjoy a nice slow roll up. Shoulders come back, chin off the chest, open your throat. Exhale, chin, shoulders, upper back, lower back, and then we're down again for Ardha Uttanasana. Take it up halfway and inhale. Exhale, fold forward. This is our last one. We'll just roll it up, bend the knees, keep it heavy. It feels different really every time, which is so cool. Shoulders back, chin away from chest. Take your inhale. Exhale, chin to the chest. We'll round the shoulders, round the back. Slowly take it to the earth. Now, once the fingertips come to the floor, pick it up halfway and inhale. Exhale, the left foot steps back. Let's come into a high lunge. Bend your right knee. Take your arms overhead. We're going to hold here for 5 deep breaths. So as you ease in, really try to lift your fingertips all the way up towards the sky. Bottom ribs lift off of that right thigh completely. See if you could sit just a little deeper down into your front right knee. Take another deep breath in. If the balance is there, shift your gaze up. Now, as you exhale, we're going to touch the hands to the floor for a long pyramid. Ooey gooey. Just straighten that right leg any amount. Does not have to be perfect, but if it is fairly straight, you could lift your toes towards your nose, like what I'm doing here. And we'll hold here. If you're pretty flexible, you can walk your hands forward a step. Get a little more of a down dog like push. as you fold over that right leg. Okay, good. Rebend your right knee. Keeping the left hand grounded, let's sweep the right fingertips all the way up towards the sky. Listen carefully here, you guys. We're going to bump the left hand forward a little bit. Open your right toes up to the right and walk your right foot back 3 paces. At the same time, make your way to the outer edge of your left foot and see if you can lower your left hip to the ground, your right arm to the side. Then push into your right foot, left hand, and rainbow your ribs all the way up again. Exhale as you lower. Notice my left arm stays straight. Look at your right thumb. And inhale as you lift up and over the head with the arm. One more time. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Take it up, over, and down. Right hand to the floor. We're going to find downward dog. So just step it on back here. Feel free to stay in down dog or come forward to plank pose and lower halfway or all the way down. Up dog is halfway and cobra is when you lower all the way. We'll make our way back into down dog if you're not there already. Onto the tiptoes as you inhale. Bend your knees deeply, butt towards the heels. Plank as you inhale, rock it on forward. Bent knee, down dog, exhale. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, bent knee, down dog. Good, stay here, look forward, walk or jump your feet up to the top of your space. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, the right foot steps back. So a high lunge now on the left side. We'll lift the arms overhead. Really feel your feet here. Push down into the floor and then bend that left knee. Finding your breath here for 3, 2, and 1. Place your hands to the ground. Gently stretch your left leg straight. Here's that long pyramid where maybe you even lift your toes. Just breathing in, breathing out. See if you could pull your left hip back into its socket. I know that sounds gross, but I do think that's effective. Okay, left knee bends. And here's where it gets a little weird. We're going to stretch the left arm up, normal revolved lunge, but then walk your right hand a step out to the right. Wiggle your left foot a step or 2 to the left and back. Pivot to the outer right foot. Right hip lowers, so does that left arm. Inhale up and over. Exhale down nice and slow. 2 more times. Take it up and over. Inhale. Exhale down slow. This is it. Take that left arm up and across, and then just turn your left chest down. Place your hand. Downward facing dog. Step it back. Feet are wide. Bend both your knees here, hips towards the heels. Inhale, straighten, come forward to plank. Exhale, bend, lift your butt in the air. Straighten the backs of the knees as you inhale. Last time, exhale, bend both knees. Stepping or walking or jumping it forward. Let's lift up halfway. And exhale, fold. Arms overhead. Take your deep breath and rise. And the hands to the heart as you exhale. I hope you're feeling really good so far, you guys. Making our way to the top of the mat where we'll really steady and root into your left foot. Let's take the right knee to the chest. And then we'll bring the right foot in and up for Vinyasas, tree pose. Feel your foot and your thigh really pressing into each other. Don't look at anything at all, just listen. As you inhale, circle your arms up and over your head. Exhale, hands to the heart. If you wobble, let it go and try again. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more time. Arms up and over, breathe in. Hands to your heart, exhale. Good work. We'll square the right knee off, set it down, and switch sides. Bring your left knee to your chest. And then lift it in and up to find tree pose. Hands into prayer here. Make sure your left foot is somewhere where it can stay, like realistically. And then fixate your gaze either on something, we'll start those arm circles, that is not moving, or really you got to find like that 40-yard stare. Use your breath. Inhale, draw a circle around your being. And exhale, move your hands through heart center. This is it. One last one. Inhale, circle it up. And exhale, take those hands to the heart. We'll pull the left knee towards the belly and just let it go. Great job, you guys. We're going to spin to face sideways on your mat, and it doesn't matter which side, just wherever you can see me the best. But we'll open the toes here and come into a squat. Vinyasas, the goddess squat. Bring your hands here onto your upper thighs. And we're just going to drop the right shoulder down and kind of spin that left shoulder open. Notice both of my arms are straight here, feeling a little twist in my right shoulder. Go ahead and lower your left shoulder. Open up your right one. Right shoulder drops, left shoulder rolls. Left shoulder drops, right shoulder rolls. Center it off, just hold, maybe bring your hands to your heart or your thumb and your forefinger to touch. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Stretch your legs straight, lift your arms overhead here. Grab a hold of your left wrist and stretch to the right. Maybe think about a little back bend here, chest spins up. Back through center as you inhale. We'll grab the right wrist, take your bend to the left, and consider that chest twisting up. We'll come on back round. Spin your toes in, hands to your waist. Lift your chest, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Let's take a few breaths here with the head down. You can just rest your neck. If the head touches the floor, that's great. Push into your head, your hands, and your feet equally. We're going to lift up halfway. Walk your arms quite a bit in front of you. And you might have to make some shifts here just to find a way to bend one knee and bend the other. No crazy deep lunges or skandasanas. We're just kind of playing with it, moving into it. Let's do 6 more in total, just bending one knee, straightening the other, a little lean one way, lean the other. Okay, that's enough of that, right? Come on to the inner knees now. Frog pose, so we're opening up the toes and we're trying to create like as less space as possible between ourselves and the ground, but we also don't want to just do this. That's cheating. There's got to be some resistance here. Come onto your forearms as you would for Sphinx Pose, and just rock your chest kind of towards your thumbs. Not so your pelvis comes all the way down, though. And then push through your elbows and rock your butt towards your heels, but go slow because that's a rude awakening. Stay there, though, when you get there. Stay in that spot that you could bear, but it's definitely questionable. And close your eyes and breathe into those sticky spots. Let's bring the hands to the ground. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. And take your right arm under your left arm. So we're going to try at least to lower your right cheek to the ground and the back of your right shoulder. It's okay if your knees splay a little wider in this position. Still not pelvis to the floor, but you might feel more of an opening having your head down. Feel that gentle pull in the groin, upper spine. I just walked my left hand out a little, felt like I was kind of straining to hold it there, and that helped a lot. You don't want to strain too much. Let's stay for another 3 breaths. Push through your left hand. Oh man, rise up through center. And we'll send the left fingertips up towards the sky. Take your left arm under your right arm, left shoulder to the mat, left cheek to the mat. Make sure wherever your right hand is, it can hold you in a pretty passive way. See if you can kind of roll your left hip down, lift your right hip up. I may have said that the wrong way. Square both of your hips towards the ceiling. See if you can take away a little more tension. Like, notice if your knees are just holding on for dear life, and just see what would happen if you let go the littlest bit. Push through your right hand into your left hand. How are we going to get out of this situation? We're just going to walk the knees a little bit closer together. Thank goodness. And you guys can have a seat on your heels here. Reach your arms overhead as you inhale. Fingers to the back of the neck. Let's grab a hold of the left wrist with the right hand and just push your head back into your forearms. So a little bit of shoulder. We're going to do more shoulder in our next video. For now, let's side bend, leaning to the right. That right elbow drops down. You're feeling this big opening, like right underneath your left armpit. It's pretty intense right where it is. It is more intense, though, if you let your bum slide off your heels over to the left. Good. Keep pushing your head back. Take another deep breath in. And fully exhale. Hands to the ground. Just make your way back up onto your heels. Reach your arms high. Touch your right elbow with your left hand from behind your head. Breathe in. Push your head back. Exhale, bending to the left. Pushing your head back. Trying to point your right elbow a little bit further over to the other side. If you did it on the first side, go ahead. Take your hips off your heels to the right. Keep pressing back, head into hands. Keep bending to the left. Well done, you guys. We're going to square it off here. Place your feet to the floor. Scoot your hips forward a little bit. and come all the way down onto your backs. As you make your way onto your backs, place your arms down by your sides and your feet beneath your knees. We're going to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, slowly lift up for bridge. Don't even have to interlace your fingers. Just lift your hips high. Use the strength of your legs. Take an inhale. As slowly as possible, rounding it down. So top vertebrae all the way down towards the tailbone, which is going to tuck all the way up towards the belly button. Eventually, the hips get soft. Let's cross that right ankle over the left thigh. Flex your right toes. Hook your hands behind your left leg and just pull both your legs nice and tight towards you. If you want to up the ante here, you can hook your hands around your left shin or even straighten your left leg and grab your left foot. Try to reach your tailbone down towards the floor in front of it. Gently release what you've got. Step your left foot back down again. Open your arms out shoulder height. And we're going to let both of the knees just fall to the left here. You should feel a pretty good stretch in that outer right thigh. Open up your right arm. And if you want just a little bit more, you could step your right foot towards your left hand a little more. And just hold on to your ankle with your hand and imagine as if you were going to sit your butt down onto the floor behind you. Sole of the right foot meets the sole of the left foot, bringing us into Supta Baddha Konasana. Let's take the right hand to the heart and the left hand to the low belly. Take one more big breath here. And we'll place the feet to the floor and do the second side. Left ankle, right thigh, flex the left foot. Interlace your fingers. Step 1 behind the thigh. Step 2 in front of the shin. And step 3 around the foot. If you're holding the foot, draw your tailbone down. We're going to gently release here. Step your right foot to the floor. Open your arms. And we'll tip the knees over to the right this time. Left foot is grounded. You may even step that left foot up towards the right hand. Kind of grab a hold of it. Keep your left foot on the floor, though, if you're doing that. Supta Baddha Konasana. Sole of the left to sole of the right. Left hand to heart, right hand to low belly. Let's take a deep breath in together here. And exhale completely through the nose, through the mouth, however you are able to release more. Again, like that, inhale. As you exhale, just tighten your low belly a little bit. See if you could hold the bottom of the exhale just for a second. Take a smooth breath in. Fully exhale. And just let your arms open up at the sides, extending your legs straight out onto the floor in front of you. Notice what the slower flow did to maybe heal where you were in this time. And just allow this process of healing and resting and starting anew to begin. And we'll take some awareness back to our breath. So bringing some movement back into your fingers and into your toes. Let's take the next 30 seconds or so just to meet up in a seated position at the top of your mat. You could roll to one side for a moment if you like. We'll gently press up, cross your legs, and just bring your hands to your heart. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, we'll just bow the forehead to the thumbs. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.